Camden Creepily here with neon.net, and today we are taking a look at the new iRobot Roomba 980. Now when you first look at the 980, you'll first think that not much has changed. In fact, it's still round like all the other Roombas, and it's still short enough to fit underneath furniture edges and under cabinets. In fact, many of the same sensors and even the home base from the older 880 are still present here. Looking at the 980 and the 880 from the bottom, you might assume that the 980 was sort of an incremental upgrade. For starters though, there are some notable internal improvements like the new battery. Gone is the typical nickel metal hydride battery for a lighter lithium ion battery that also charges significantly faster, roughly 90 minutes in my testing. You'll notice that the same rubber extractors from the 880 are still here, and they still do a good job picking up even large debris. Depending on how fluffy your carpet is though, the robot might leave noticeable tracks as it vacuums. While it doesn't look particularly appealing, I don't see this harming your carpet in the long run. In switching from carpet to tile or hardwood, the 980 has a new variable suction vacuum that will only use as much suction as it needs. This helps preserve battery life and lets the robot run longer. In fact, the 980 vacuums my 600 square foot apartment in around 38 minutes without having to recharge once. The 880 would take at least double that, and I didn't feel like it was as thorough either. When you flip over the 980 and look at the top of the robot, you will realize just how much has actually changed in this model. The first thing you will notice is the typical silver clean button, a design element almost synonymous with the Roomba brand. Next is the first major addition. In the center of the device is a new camera nested behind a small window, part of what iRobot is calling its new iAdapt 2.0 navigation system. This addition is a first for the Roomba lineup. Whereas previous Roombas would clean a room with a seemingly random pattern, the new camera paired with a couple new sensors allows the robot to actually map out your house as it cleans. The result is something I have always personally wanted from a robot vacuum cleaner. It looks like a human vacuumed it. Until of course you realize there's no way a human fit underneath the bed. Since the camera and sensors are mapping out your house, this also means the 980 knows exactly where it is in relation to the dock and areas it has already covered. So if the battery runs low, it can simply bookmark where it is and return straight to the dock while avoiding walls and other obstacles on the way. When it charges up, it simply navigates to where it left off to continue the cycle. Don't freak out too much about the new camera and mapping system though. When the robot finishes a cleaning cycle, it deletes the map at the end. This allows the robot to start fresh every time, just in case you might have moved furniture around between cycles. There is also another story with this robot, and that one is just as important as the new camera. Wi-Fi has finally made its way to the Roomba lineup. From the phone app, which is available on iOS and Android, you can set up your robot's cleaning schedule, as well as start a clean cycle immediately. You can also change settings, for example, making the robot perform 2 passes if it's extra dirty. If the bin needs to be dumped, it'll let you know with a notification within the app. Unfortunately, push notifications aren't supported yet. Other than that, the app is fairly basic, but I've been reassured that many more features are in the works. The app is only part of the bigger picture though. The built-in Wi-Fi means the robot can be updated and improved over time, making this one of the most future-proof Roombas yet. Along with these new features, the virtual walls have also been updated. They are now slimmer and run on more common and cheaper AA batteries. They no longer perform the same lighthouse functionality with the Roomba 880, which told it where doorways were. This is handled by the software now. In addition to acting as a virtual wall though, they gain a new trick, where they create a circular invisible barrier around them to keep the 980 from running into items, like dog food bowls or toys. Overall, the Roomba 980 is a massive improvement, and I found that it actually did a respectable job at keeping my carpets actually clean. But all these features come at a price. At $900, this is iRobot's most expensive vacuum cleaning robot ever. If you're on a budget of any kind, you will have a hard time justifying it. But for $100 more than the 880, the 980 does represent a significant jump in features and capabilities. So at the end of the day, if you're in the market for a robot vacuum cleaner that can almost completely replace your upright, I don't think you'll be disappointed with it. This is iRobot's best model yet. For more thoughts, check out our full review via the link in the description. Thanks for watching, everybody.